crown. Feel the thunder, feel the fire, burning hotter, climbing higher. 1,000 horses in my veins, freedom pumping through my chains. Born to blaze, born to fly, through the steel and smoke we defy. Born to blaze, can't slow me down. The king of the track, the roar of the crown.
Welcome. I don't know why I said it that way, but welcome to the DRSN Digital Racing Sports Network, bringing you live coverage of the Western Racing League preseason race for the Viking Construction Truck Series. Happy to be here with you tonight. We are going to be here with you all season long with WRL. And we had the opportunity. We weren't really planning on covering this race, but we're going to jump. We had the chance to do it, so we're going to jump in here and cover this preseason race here at Auto Club Speedway, the defunct Auto Club Speedway. 2-mile racetrack here. It was in Fontana, California. No longer exists, but we're going to get some racing action going here for you. Right now, we're in the middle of qualifying, and it looks like it is Nick Trader on the pole right now. He's got fast time with a 40.884. It's Brandon Cowell right there in the second spot. So we were here last Thursday night with you for the Western Racing League Cup Series. This is the start of their truck series. So preseason race tonight. We'll pull up the schedule here. So the racing season is going to start next Tuesday night, February 10th at Daytona. We'll be here for that one as well. Going to kind of follow the regular trucks, NASCAR Truck Series, Echo Park on the 17th, St. Petersburg on the 24th of February, then you come back to Darlington on the 17th. So this series is going to start here next week, February 10th, every Tuesday, or not every Tuesday night, but Tuesday nights throughout the year, all the way up to the final race at Miami Homestead on November 3rd. Looking forward to some great racing here. We've seen some really great racing with the Cup Series. Expect some fantastic racing in the Truck Series. We've got about 40 drivers signed up for the season. About 20 drivers here tonight so far for this preseason race. Right now it is Nick Trader with fast time in qualifying. We've got about a minute left to go. So Nick with a 40.884 and a Brandon Cowell with a right behind him there, about 0.08 of a second off the pace. Rick Modric in the third spot. Everett Larson, Scotty Larson there in fourth and fifth, and then Brady Zeller, actually. Brady corrected me on that last week. It's Brady Zeller in the sixth spot. David Sluter, Nathan Nixon, Dean Wedekin, and Quentin Steinbreck, your top 10 right now in qualifying. But we've got about 40 seconds left to go. It looks like J.D. Biddle out there in the 96. We saw J.D. take a win in the Cup Series last Thursday night here with the Western Racing League. Let's see what he can do here in the truck. He's got about 20 seconds if he can get a lap in. And he is going to come across. He's going to get one lap in, but not, I don't think, what J.D. expected here. He's way back there in the 16th with a 42.06. So J.D. a little off. I don't think he just got out there in time to really get a good lap in, so we'll see how that fares out in the racer. But once again, my name is Chris Murphy. If it's your first time with us, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it, getting this channel built up. We do some work on some other networks. We also do a lot of stuff here on DRSN. You're going to see some more here in the future. Actually, as we're getting qualifying wrapped up, we'll take a look at our upcoming schedule. We got a couple past races on there, but tomorrow night, February 4th, we were supposed to be here for Aces Up Sim Sports, but we're having to miss that night. We're actually going to record that later on, so watch for that to pop up on the channel. On the 5th, we are back here for the Western Racing League Gen 4 Cup Series at Homestead. And on the 10th, as we said, the beginning first race of the Western Racing League Craftsman Truck Series next Tuesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll come back on the 11th. Actually, that's supposed to be the 11th is supposed to be Aces Up Sim Sports finale at Knoxville in the 360 sprints. And on the 12th, one more time, we come back with the Western Racing League Cup Series. Also, we have a Variety Pack Racing Series that night as well. February 21st, a big race for us. We are going to be covering the Variety Pack Racing 500, Daytona 500 actually that day. Going to be pretty much an all-day event early on. Going to start off in the day with their duels, and we come back. We're going to come back later that night, afternoon actually, with the 500-mile race. So that's going to be exciting. We'll have a couple other guys here in the booth with us. My good buddy Liam Irvig, which I'm hoping is going to join us for some of these races here as well. And Wesley Outland's going to join us for that 500 race. But we're going to get started here at Auto Club Western Racing League Craftsman Truck Series. We get everybody up on the grid. We got about 40 seconds here left to get gridded up. It looks like just about everybody there. Nick Trader is going to be on the pole. So once we get rolling here, we will give you the starting lineup. 50 laps here at Auto Club. Not quite sure. We didn't get any information on the fuel mileage, so we'll see just how many stops they're going to have to make. Take a look here at your starting lineup. Nick Trader going to sit on the pole. We're waiting for Brandon Cowell to get out there, it looks like, in the number 85 truck. So we will get started. So let's see. There we go. We're going to get Brandon in there on the outside in the number 85, and we're going to get rolling off the grid here. But we will bring you up our fancy grid graphics here as we're on the wrong roll. There we go. Back to the preseason for us too. We're getting some of the bugs worked out. But on the pole is going to be Nick Trader in the 56. Outside of him, Brandon Kyle. Go back to row number 2. Rick Modric and Everett Larson starting in the 5th spot. In row number 3, Scotty Larson and Brady Zeller. In the 7th spot, David Sluter and Nathan Nixon going to start outside in P number 8. In the 8th spot, back to row number 5, Dan Wedeking and Quentin Steinbrock. In the 6th row, it is going to be Victor Keith and Ian Menace. Filling up row number 7, Michael Sparks and Bryce Dickman in the 30. Inside of row 8, Tim Bryce and our winner last week in the Cup Series, J.D. Biddle. Getting back to our 17th starting spot is going to be Stephen Bolton in the 00, Nico Cipollini in the number 77 in the 18th starting spot. Back in 19th, Paul Boomershine, Daniel Sparks. And our lone driver, one of our league owners here, Tyler Brewer, in the number 40 is going to start tail on the field here in 21st. So we're going to come to green. Going to come off roll number 4, off of corner number 4. The pace car going to dive down in. Trader and Cal going to bring us to the line. Pace car has pulled in. Here comes Trader. We are green flag here at California Auto Club Speedway for the first time in the Craftsman Truck Series here. Preseason race for the Western Racing League. And it's going to be Trader leading us down into turn number 1. Cal there up on that. We're 3 wide already for the lead. That is the 01 of Larson out there on the outside. He gets a little bit loose. Gets up in that marbles up there, and he is going to fall back some spots. So Larson back to 6 now. And you can see we're 3-4 wide all the way down the back straightaway here at Auto Club. Lots of room to race. I'm not quite sure why they got rid of this racetrack. It always put on a really good show. But Trader down there on the bottom of the racetrack now, back to the lead. Cal right there in the 2nd spot. Oh, somebody caught the wall back there. It looked like Steinbrock. And we got the 55 rounds going to collect the 42. We got our first caution flag, and it looks like it's going to be Ian Menace in the 55. He's going to be involved in this. We saw him go around first. He's getting it gathered up back there. The 30 of Bryce Dickman also involved. See if we can go back here and take a look and see what happened to Menace. We are under our first caution, just 1 or 2 laps into this race. So we can see Menace gets a little bit loose off the corner there. And it looks like he just got collected. Down and run. It's going to be Bryce down there on the bottom of the racetrack trying to save it. Just down through the grass. Michael Sparks here also involved taking some heavy contact with the outside wall. We'll get another angle of this here and see if we can see one more time what happened with Menace. So it looked like it started right there. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle here. All right, take a look at the 55 of Menace. This gets a little contact. I can't see who that was behind him. It looks like the 96. Like the 96 of Biddle with a little bit of contact with the back of Menace. We'll take a look from Biddle's car here. And Biddle kind of looked to the middle to make it 3 wide right there and just caught the left rear quarter. Just a little contact here early on in the preseason race at Auto Club. So unfortunate there for Menace. He is now, get back to live time here, see where we are. So it looks like, there we go, back to live time here. Go back to our leader, Nick Trader. Sorry, we had a little, our software gives us a little bug every once in a while. Hey, thank you for being here in the chat. See you there, Lily. Appreciate it. It was a fun track. And Vio, appreciate you being here in the chat with us. We're on there for Everett. Everett had a good start there, but fell back just a little bit. So take a look at the 01, back 5 spots already. But leader right now, Nick Trader. We are 2 laps into this race. We still have Quentin Steinbrock, Menace, Sparks, and Michael and Daniel Sparks both trying to get the trucks repaired after that early caution. See if we can see if that took any damage. We did see Bryce Dickman go down to the grass to avoid any incident. I don't see any damage on that truck, although he is kind of creeping around there on the apron. The 96 of Biddle looks like maybe just a little bit of slight contact with that right front fender when he got into the 55 of Menace, but it looks like he's going to be okay here. The Nick Trader in the 56 National Guard sponsor Chevrolet bringing us to the line here one more time. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll get going. You can see Menace coming back out of the pits after some repairs. Also Sparks, Steinbach, and Michael Sparks as well. So everybody's still back out on the racetrack. It looks like everybody's pretty much getting full repair there too. So it doesn't look like anybody heavily damaged. They're going to try to catch their way back up to the back of the field. So 3 laps into this race right now, it is Nick Trader out in front, Brandon Cowell, Rick Modric. I'm sure I'm saying Rick's name wrong, but if he stays on the podium, we'll get it corrected from him later. But we're going to go single file, it looks like, here on this restart. Welcome here one more time. Chris Murphy with DRSN Digital Racing Sports Network, bringing you the coverage of the Western Racing League preseason race here at Autoco Speedway for the Craftsman trucks. A couple of our sponsors down there, Viking Construction Group, sponsor of the Western Racing League. Corbin Matthews, country artist. If you like some good country music, check out Corbin Matthews, putting out some good stuff here lately. Off turn number 4. See the pace car dive down to the pits one more time. We're going to go green for the second time here today after our first caution. Single file restart here. Trader going to bring us to the line. Cal in the second spot. We're fanning out there in the back with the seat drivers having to kind of hesitate. If you pass on the inside before the line, you will get a black flag for passing under the yellow. So you see you guys having to checking up back there to keep away from doing that. As we get rolling here, it is the 18 truck with Brady Zeller down there on the bottom, making his way up around Modric into the 3rd spot. And we're 3 wide back here for about 8th, 9th, and 10th. But it's Trader with the lead, looking good here. Started on the pole. So our top 3 all running where they started at, but it's Zeller back there in the 18. He's got his hands full with Nathan Nixon down there on the bottom in the 38, trying to find a way around for that 4th spot. Nixon having to tuck back into line, but go back there a little bit further. Take a look at the 01 of Everett Larson here on the inside of the 48 of Victor Key. trying to make up some spots that he lost earlier in this race. So we look back up towards the front. It is Zeller trying to run that high line, see if he can get around the third place running Rick Modric. So many multiple lines here at Auto Club. You can run the top, you can run the middle, and we'll see cars drift up a little bit higher as the tires start wearing out. Oh, Zeller into the back of Modric there just a little bit. Has to check up. That's going to cost him a spot. That's going to let Nixon get by. Off of turn number 4, come across the line, 6 laps down, 44 left to go here at Auto Club, the Western Racing League. Nick Trader, Brandon Cal, Rick Modric, Nathan Nixon, Brady Zeller, your top 5 right now. And we're still 2 wide back there in the back. Everett Larson still trying to make up those spots he lost. He's looking to the inside of the 44. Dan Weddington not able to make a move right there behind him. Biddle now. Biddle was not a great qualifying lap. I expect Biddle to get up towards the front of this. He is back in 12th now. He's up 4 spots. He is up on the inside of Tim Price. Just not able to quite complete the pass. Weddington in the 44 now trying to make a pass there for a spot. We get back over towards the front. We are still grouped up here. We got 6 trucks here fighting for the lead. It's Trader Cal, Nixon, Modric, and Zeller now in the 18, falling back to 5th. Roll down to turn number 3 and 4 one more time. Nixon now making his way up into 2nd. Cal falls back to 3rd. They're kind of settling around top here, up towards the top of the group. It looks like everybody kind of wants to, everybody really running down at the bottom of the racetrack. It looks like the top's where everybody wants to be right now. As I say that, the 85 of Callow comes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Also, look at the 13 of Larson. Up to the outside, he's falling back a spot, trying to get back around Zeller for that 5th position. In the truck here with Brady Zeller in the number 18, trying to get around. You see the 71 of Modric right there in front of him. We roll off of turn number 4 here at Auto Club. 8th lap down. We're going to come across the stripe to start our 9th lap of this race. Look back at the pack a little bit. Look like Dickman's still trying to get back up there after being involved in that earlier incident. He is right behind 96 of Biddle, trying to follow him up to the front. And the 01 of Everett Larson, after falling back down, made his way back up to 7th, started in 4th, fell back a little ways, now finding his way back towards the front of the field. So a little contact there on the outside while it looked like the 95 of Sluter. Actually, no, it was the 01 of Everett. He was a little bit of contact with the outside wall. So Nixon's trying to catch up to Trader here, trying to give a little fight for the lead. Trader has led every lap of this race so far. The 38 of Nixon trying to get by. We're side by side for 3rd. Cal and Modric. Looks like that outside line's kind of forming up. That's going to leave the 71 of Modric kind of down there on the bottom. He's going to find a spot. He's going to slide up in front of Zeller. Got to join everybody in that outside line here. Oh, it's a little loose off the corner right there. Larson with a dive off of 4. Takes a look underneath Scotty Larson at 17. Everett Larson and Scotty Larson trying to fight it out for that 6th spot. Cal taking a look for the bottom now. He's trying to find a way around Nixon to see if he can get a run off of 2, off the bottom of the racetrack. He's got a good run down the back straightaway. Can he do anything into 3? No, he's going to have to settle back in behind the 38 of Nixon. The 13 of Scotty Larson now trying to get that bottom to work, but he is going to lose a couple of spots here. It looks like Everett's going to get by him on the outside, and it looks like maybe the 48 of Keith as well. See if Scotty can slide up in front of Keith. He's going to do just that. No, not quite. Not able to clear him. No, he's going to do it now. Heading into 1. So Scotty Larson kind of tucked up behind Everett Larson now. some different camera shots here. So here's the 71 of Rick Modric. He has got the 18 of Zeller up on his outside. And looks like we have a fight for the lead right now. It's Nathan Nixon down to the bottom of the racetrack. Going to see if he can get a run through 3 and 4 on Trader, but Trader gets a good run off the top of the racetrack. Just roll on the top of the racetrack if they're keeping that momentum. That's going to allow Trader to hold on to the lead. Nixon's going to slide back. Actually, Nixon might lose a spot here to the 85 of Cal. Cal going to take second away, and here comes the 18 of Zeller as well. And we are now 3 wide for second with Nixon, Cal, and Zeller. Trader out in front. Looks like we had a lap car going to come up here in a minute too, but 3 wide here down the back straightaway. It is turn number 3. It is Zeller, Cal, and Nixon now. And here comes the 71 of Modric and Everett Larson now with another charge. Larson to the outside of the 71. Can he make a run off of 4? Has to check up just a little bit. Keep an eye on Larson now up to 4th. We got the lap car. I'm not quite sure who that is right there. It looks like the 55 of Menace. Menace are involved in that caution flag back on lap number 2. Gonna lose a lap right here. Take a look one more time here at Everett Larson. Now up to 4th. Brady Zeller up 4 spots. Our biggest mover of the race right now is the 40 truck of Tyler Brewer. Brewer there underneath the bottom of Dickman now. He's now up to 13th. Started back in 21st, so Tyler Brewer tagged the field. Now moved up 8 spots. Back into our battle for the lead here is Trader, Zeller, Cal. Look at the 55 of Menace getting out of the way here. Cal back to the bottom of Zeller, not able to make a move. Let's see, let's take a look at our lap leaders here. I think it has been Nick Trader the whole time. He's led from the drop of the green flag every single lap. And here comes the 01. Everett Larson. Charge it back to the front. Started in 4th, fell back to about 10th at one point. Now worked his way up into a podium spot, back up to 3rd. Larson is on a charge. 16 laps down out of the 50. 34 laps left to go. Menace still holding line up there on the top. He is going to be in line for the lucky dog if there is another caution. We're 3 wide once again. We have been 3 wide so many times here already today. It's Nixon there in the middle. He's going to slide up to the top. 85 Cal's going to tuck in line as well. So about the middle to the top of the racetrack looks to be pretty prominent right now. And then the Trader makes me a liar, dies down to the bottom. Kind of running like a little bit of a slider line as you would see in a dirt track. Goes into the bottom of 3, slides up to the top of 4. And that gives him a really good run off the corner. He's going to hold on to the lead here. Coming across the stripe. 33 laps left to go here. Thanks for being here with us. My name is Chris Murphy with DRSN, bringing you the coverage of the Western Racing League. Pre-season race here at Autoco Speedway. We're just kind of getting some bugs worked out of the system here as the season starts next Tuesday night. Opening race for the points race at Daytona for the Western Racing League. Good acting here at Autoco. It's a really shame they tore this racetrack down. It always puts on a really good show here. You can see there's just so many different groups on the racetrack. You can run the top, you can run the bottom. Let's take a look at the 38 here of Nixon. Now Nixon back up underneath the 71 of Modric, trying to get back up in that 4th spot. He has it right now. He is actually all the way up alongside of the 01 of Larson for 3rd as well. Lose a little momentum. It's got to tuck back up into the top, and he's going to find a gap right there heading down the back straightaway, and that is going to be Nixon back up into 4th. That 48 of Keith down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's moved up 4 spots now. Started back in 11, now up to 7th, but he looks like he might lose a spot here to Sluter. The 95, and he does just that's what he's going to fall back to 8. Trader still holding on that lead, but here comes Zeller coming off at 2 down the back straightaway. Does he have enough of a run to clear him into 3? Zeller down on the bottom with no help, no pushing, and here comes Larson up on the outside of him. They head into 3. Zeller with a really good run, but he just can't quite clear Trader into the corner. Actually going to move up just a little bit. Oh, a little bit of contact to the outside wall with Trader. I'm not sure if him and Zeller made a little contact right there. But they're still side by side. As a matter of fact, here comes Zeller now to the front. Did Trader take a little damage right there? He's actually looked like he's a little off the pace. Let's just take a quick look at that. No, it just looked like we were in a different camera, but it looks like Trader just got into the wall all on his own. Excuse me. So Zeller to the lead, our second leader of this race. Trader's still right there, so Trader with a little mistake there off of 4. Caught the outside wall. That's going to cost him a spot, but it doesn't look like it hurt the truck too bad. He's going to hold on to second for right now. Larson now slides back to 4. Take a look at some of our Chargers back here in the back. J.D. Biddle in 96. Last week's winner in the Cup Series at Bristol. Now up 7 spots up to 9th after getting involved with Ian Minnis in that early caution. Bryce Dickman back here in the 12th spot. Tyler Brewer right there behind him. Tyler's still our biggest mover, up 8 spots in this race. When we get back up to the front of the pack, we have got, what, 8 cars under a blanket. It is anybody's race right now. We've got 21 laps into this race, 29 to go. I'm expecting we're going to have pit stops at some point. I just don't know when. I don't know if it's going to be a 1-stop or not, but keeps up like this, we're going to see green flag stops. Zeller, Trader, Nixon, Sluter, Larson, Cal, and Modric all right here. Victor Keith all win this battle as well. So 8 cars here in this basically lead pack. Crank it up here once in a while. Love his camera angles there for you. Look at that big move there from the 95 of David Suter. He is going to try to get himself up into second, dive down to the bottom across the start-finish line, and he is making that work. He has cleared Nixon and Trader at this point. Can he slide up here? He's going to stay on that bottom of the racetrack coming off at 2. He's got a pretty good run right here. Can he get Zeller going into 3? He is going to slide up in that hole right there between Zeller and Trader. And David Suter now up into second. Kind of switches lines. Zeller to the bottom, Sluter to the top of the racetrack. He might have a run here off before we might have another leader to come across the line. No, Zeller going to be able to slide up in front of him. Come across the line, complete lap number 24. Watch that 95 down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's got a good run. Up here with Nick Trader. He's now in the 3rd spot. He's down in the Zeller. Look at that. You can see the 95 of Sluter now is going to take the lead. That's our 3rd leader of the race. Zeller now settles that into 2nd. Trader's going to lose the 3rd spot to Nixon. He's got a great run into 3. Look at that dive bomb into 3. Going to make it work. He is going to be able to slide up in front of Zeller for that 2nd spot. Zeller has to lift a little bit of a sprint car slide job right there. Trader takes that 2nd spot away. Zeller now falls back to 3rd. Fantastic battle here at Auto Club Speedway here with the Western Racing League. We saw 8 cars from this, and look how far the racetrack Sluter is. He is way up at the top of the racetrack against the wall. Nobody else really running that line right now, but it really seems to work. Carries the momentum off of 2. Down the back straightaway one more time. We are halfway through this race. 25 down, 25 to go. Sluter with the lead. Trader way down there on the bottom of the racetrack to see if he can get something to work. You can just see multiple lines here. Just fantastic racing here at Auto Club. Still got 8 cars in this lead pack, and the 96 is Biddle trying to get up there. He really wants a caution right now. He's about 8 seconds, or excuse me, about 4 or 5 seconds up to this lead pack. just not able to make up any ground. Suter, Trader, Nixon, Zeller now falls back to 4th. Nixon going to take that 3rd spot away. Cal right there in 5th. We've still got 8 cars in this lead pack. Actually, Larson falling back off just a little bit. Oh, hard contact with the wall there from Keith. Victor Keith into the outside wall, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Maybe pancake to the right side of the truck just a little bit. See if he can keep it rolling. David Sluter in the 95 starting. Got that top line working really well. Just can't quite shake that 56 to Trader though. Trader's still right there with him. Take a look here one more time at the 85 at Cal, and I just love that move into 3. And Nixon does a really good job trying to defend that. He gave him enough room down at the bottom, but not too much. But Cal was still able to get a good enough run to slide up in front of Nixon off of 4. Take that spot away, and it looks like we're getting our first pit stop. We got Zeller, Larson, Sparks, Steinbach all into the pits right now. So our first round of pit stops are starting, so it looks like it's going to be a one-stop race here. We are on lap 28, 22 to go, and we've got our first pit stops. But it has been David Suter out in front. Take a look at our lap leaders here one more time. Traders led 20 laps of this race. Zeller with 5. Suter now leading 4. And we got the rest of most of our other leaders now going to pit as well. Cal into the pits, Nixon, Modric, Keith all diving down for their pit stops. But Suter and Trader still staying out there on the racetrack. That's going to put J.D. Biddle now up into the top 3. But he is off cycle here with the stop, so we're going to see how this shakes out. We take a look here at the 95. It looks like, let's see who's going to come out of the pits. If I was at pitted, see who's going to come out of this first. It looks like Cal here, still getting some work done. Looks like everybody that has, and here comes our leader, Sluter, going to dive down to the pits. Trader also going to come down to the pits as well to get it slowed down to that, I believe it's 55 mile an hour pit speed here. And that is going to let the 96 and J.D. Biddle going to get up there and lead a couple of laps. We saw him at Bristol last week with Mr. Tire Management. Let's see what he can do here at Auto Club. See if he tries to do the same thing. See if he tries to move for a splash and go. I'd be shocked if he tried to do it. That right front tire takes a beating here on his 2 mile racetrack, so we'll see what Biddle does. We see our leader still down there in the pits, Trader. Suter still in the pits. We see it looks like the 30 at Dickman roll. Actually, it's 55 at Manus rolling out there. So there's our leader, J.D. Biddle. He is going to dive down to the pits. This is going to shake out. It looks like it's going to be the 95 of Suter's going to... Oh, actually, here comes the 85 on the outside, Cal. Cal looks to take the lead here. Quick pit stop from Brandon. Cal is going to give him the lead as we cycle through the pit stops. David Suter's going to cycle back up into about 2nd. He's got Larson. Both the Larsons are on his outside. Everett Larson and the 71 of Rick Modric there on his outside. Victor Keith there behind us. So Suter going to slide in there. What happened to Trader? Trader must have had a... Looking over at my timing and scoring, did Trader have a black flag? He did. Nick Trader with a black flag, our pole sitter and our early race leader. That is going to cost him heavily. So Nick Trader now is going to fall out of the lead draft. As a matter of fact, he is about to get a lap down. There's your leader in the 85 up on his outside. So Nick Trader needs a caution here to get back into this race, but he is now almost a lap down. I think it's going to be pretty inevitable here if he can. I don't think he's going to be able to hold off Cal. Actually doing a pretty good job. So Trader right now right at the tail end of the lead lap. Got into the pits a little bit too hot. Got a black flag. Our pole sitter, Nick Trader, now all the way back in the 18th spot. Just about a lap down. Leader right now is the 85 of Cal, the 01 of Larson, and 2nd Keith. Sluter, Modric, Zeller, all right there with him. Nixon is kind of falling off just a little bit. He's got Zeller right there in front of him. Let's see if they can team up and reel in that lead group. Diddle back there in the 8th spot. He's quite a ways back on the racetrack. He's got the 30 of Bryce Dickon right there with him. So we'll see how this shakes out. Chris Murphy with DRSN Digital Racing Sports Network bringing the Western Racing League preseason race of the Craftsman Truck Series here at Auto Club. Thanks for being here with us. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't been here before. Viking Construction, big sponsor here of the Western Racing League. Happy to have them here. Corbin Matthews, Country Singer, giving us a little sponsorship as well down there. Let's see what else we got down there. Nexus Designs, sponsor here of the Western Racing League as well. Here at the 85 at Cal. Cal with a great pit stop. Pit stop time wasn't really that much better than anybody else, but his in and out time, 48:33, was about a second faster than anybody else. So Brandon did a really good job. Our Chatham, Ontario driver, getting in and out of the pits, and that's what gave him the lead right here. But unfortunately, if he looks up in his mirror, he has got a lot of hungry drivers right there behind him. We see the 01 and Larson, Keith down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Victor Keith with a good run into turn number 3. Can't quite clear Larson. He's pushing up the racetrack just a little bit. Has to back out. As they head off of turn number 4, he is going to have to settle in behind the 01 here. He's at the 95 of Sluter, so watch for Sluter to come back up here. He was our race leader when pit stop started. And the 95 of Sluter get back to the front. Right now it is Brandon Cal. 35 laps into this race, only 15 laps left to go. This has gone by in a hurry. Only one caution, was back on about lap number 2. Brandon Cal is about to have a whole lot of friends around him. Here comes Larson to the outside, looking to lead this race for the first time. Larson with a great run off of turn number 4. They've gone across the start-finish line. Larson going to lead that lap right there. Cal in second, Sluter third. Bristol driver. Right now, side by side. We are side by side for the lead here. Larson and Cal. Everybody else behind him just trying to find a place to go. Actually, Cal's going to slide back here just a little bit. He is going to lose a few more spots. He's going to fall all the way back to 5th. Larson, Sluter, look at Keith up on the outside. Trying to find a way around Nick Roderick in the 71. Victor Keith now going to move up into 3rd. It is now Larson and Sluter. Jump in the truck here with David running second right now, trying to get around Everett Larson for that top spot. We got 13 laps left to go. Way up there in front of me, you can see that 56 truck of Nick Trader. Nick just hoping for a late caution here. Marcus Sluter, Keith Cal, Nixon, Zeller, all right here in this lead group. 7 trucks all fighting for the lead. We're coming across the line, 12 laps left to go here at Auto Club for the Western Racing League. Way up on the outside of the racetrack is the 95 of David Sluter. He has got a run on the 01, and he is going to have the lead coming off of 2. Nothing Larson can do but just slide back up into that 2nd spot. Keith and Modric is working right there behind him, but it looks like the 95 has found a little extra pace here. He's actually putting a couple truck lanes back to the 01 of Larson. Come across the line here, 11 laps to go. Nobody is going to need to stop for fuel. I'm looking at the leaderboard, and look, we haven't really talked much about the 77. Nico Cipollini now has moved up into 9th, started back in 18th, so he's coming on a charge. If he can get a caution here, maybe he's got something. We're looking at the last lap time. Fastest truck on the racetrack was the race leader, David Sluter, at a 41.67, but Nick Trader running right there with him, but unfortunately, just about a lap down at this point. Peter Larson, Nixon, Keith, Cal, Modric, Zeller, all are in this group. 10 laps left to go as they come across the line. 40 down, 10 to go. Cal, however, going to be down on the bottom. He is trying to make that work right down there on the white line. But it's so hard to keep momentum off. Oh, he comes right up in front of Keith. Keith has to check up just a little bit from Keith getting to the back of the 85. Cal does a nice job of sliding up in front of Nixon there to hold on to that third spot, but Nixon's going to look to the bottom. Off of turn number 4 one more time. Still our leader, David Suter, Everett Larson, Brandon Cal now in third. Leading after the pit stop, Nathan Nixon now in fourth. All right, TFC, what's that? From California. Nathan Nixon from California. Appreciate you being here with us. We've got about 8.5 laps left to go right now. It's a 95 of David Suter. Doing a great job leading this race. He has worked his way. He led early in this race up until the pit stops. Take a look here one more time at our lap leaders. You can see Nick Trader still the most laps led with 20. David Suter, Brady Zeller, Brandon Cal, Everett Larson, JD Biddle all led laps in this race. Right now it is all David Suter in the 95. 8 laps left to go. He looks to have this under control right now. Brandon Cal down on the bottom is going to slide back up in front of Larson for that second spot. See if Larson takes a move into the bottom of 3. He's not. He's actually going to lift off just a little bit. I thought he might take a big dive into the corner, but actually checks up just a little bit. He's going to stay there in that third spot. Everett Larson still. Larson started 4th in this race, fell back to about 10th at one point early on. He's now worked his way back up from the podium. But look at the 38 of Nixon. Nixon following Everett down to the bottom of the racetrack. Going to see if they can make that work. But it just, you know, if you can roll the top of the racetrack as well as Cal and Suter are doing, you just gain so much momentum off the corners, and you can see just how well it's working for both of them. Larson just not able to get quite enough of a run off the corner. The 85 now moves down about the middle of the racetrack. It seemed to work pretty good there from Larson. We saw that earlier from Suter, kind of running what we call the slider line through 3 and 4, dives down to the bottom of the racetrack and then kind of moves up through the center and towards the top off the corner. It really seems to be working pretty well from Larson for some momentum. Let's see if he does it down here in 1 and 2. No, he's going to stick to the top. Suter down to the bottom this time for the first time in a while. They're looking to come up with another lap on Ian Menace. Menace not having the day he would like to have here this preseason race, involved in that early caution. Now going to fall down. Looks like about 2 laps down at this point. Alright, so we're taking a look here at Nixon in the 4th spot. He has 77 Modric all over the backup. We jump back up to the 2nd spot here with Brandon Cal, Everett Larson in 3rd. Paul Boomershine in the 92 is now up 10 spots, and as we go to him, he catches the outside wall, but got JD Biddle, Nick, Nico Cipollini, Bryce Dick, and Boomershine all right here in this group trying to catch up to the front. They need a caution in the worst way if they're going to have any chance to win this race. Modric now up to 4th, gets around the 38 and Nixon down on the bottom of the racetrack. They're side by side across the line. Suter, Cal Larson, 4 laps left to go across the stripe. We see the 95 put another lap on Ian Menace in the 55. Let's see what Ian does if he gets out of the way here. Just lets his leader race. He's going to hold that top line. He's holding a good line up there. Giving our leaders a place to go. Sleater's going to try to come up and get a little draft off of him. And then dive down to the bottom of 3. A nice move there from David Suter. Is going to put a lap on Menace. He used the draft of the lap car to put a little more distance between himself and Cal. And Cal's going to catch the wall off of 4. He had a really good run. Looked like he was starting to gain some momentum, but then caught the wall right there off of turn number 4. Going to lose a little bit of ground. The 85 Cal now is going to fall back just a little bit. Come across the line, 3 laps left to go. And as I say that, Brandon Cal looks to have some pace here. Does he have anything for David Suter in these closing laps? Come down the back straightaway, he is going to use that draft. We got some lap cars right in front of our leaders. How is that going to come into play? We jump in the truck here with Cal. You can see Suter way down at the bottom. Cal here on the top of the racetrack. Let's see what kind of a run this gives Brandon off the corner. As everybody likes to say, popsicle 6 in the air. 2 laps left to go here at Auto Club, the Western Racing League preseason. We'll come back next Tuesday night with the opening points race at Daytona. But right now it is David Suter, Brandon Cal, Everett Larson in third, and it looks like it's going to come down between the 95 and the 85 for the win here as we come down the back straightaway. Going to roll into turn number 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. David Suter in the 95, Cal up on the outside, and we've got the who's at the 00, Stephen Bolton right there in the middle of the lap truck. Going to come into play, and that actually is going to hurt the run of Suter off the corner. Kind of had to cut his line off. And you can see Cal using some draft right there. He's got some draft from the lap truck. He's going to have a run into 1, come across the track, 1 lap left to go. Does Cal have a run into turn number 1? He's going to go up in the middle of the racetrack. Suter with the lead. Cal up on the outside off of turn number 2. Can he get a run down the back straightaway? Eyeball test, you can see Cal closing the gap right there. Here we go in 3 and 4 for the last time. Suter on the bottom of the racetrack. Cal right there in the middle. I don't think he's going to have enough. I think it's going to be the 95 as Suter's come across the line. Cal's got a great run right here, but just not enough. And it's going to be the 95, David Suter, coming across the line to take the win here at Auto Club. Brandon Cal in second, Everett Larson third, Rick Modric, Nathan Nixon, Victor Keith, Brady Zeller, JD Biddle with a great run all the way up to 8th, Boomershine up to 10. And that is going to be our finish here at Auto Club Speedway. Fantastic race. Thank you all for being here with us. We kind of jumped in there at the last minute to cover this preseason race, but the 95 of Suter and the 85 of Brandon Cal put on a heck of a show there right till the end of the race. As we see the 95 making his way around here to the start-finish line. Is he going to do some burnouts here for us? See, David Suter started, fell back as far as about 9th at one point. Led 16 laps of this race. And he is going to burn it down here at the start-finish line. Let's see if we can use David in any of the chats here. We're going to see if we can find him. I don't see him anywhere. Let's see who we can find up there. I don't see any of our podium drivers in Discord chat anywhere right now. We'll take a look at our finishing results here. Once again, your winner, David Suter. And I'm sure I'm saying his name wrong. I was kind of hoping David would jump in here and get me corrected before the season starts. See if anybody jumps in here or not. We'll bring up the results in the meantime. And it'd help if I went to the race results instead of qualifying. There we go. So the 95 of David Suter is going to come home with the win. 17 laps led in this race. Brandon Cal in second. That's your podium with Everett Larson rounding out the podium in third. Back to fourth is Rick Modric. Nathan Nixon's going to come home in the 5th spot. And let me change something here real quick. There we go. Victor Keith moved up 5 spots up to 6th. Brady Zeller in 7th. JD Biddle started way back in the 16th spot. Comes home in 8th. Paul Boomershine in the ninth position, and it looks like we may have David in here with us. David, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here, man. I can
Hey,
hear you.
hey, fantastic. So first thing I always got to do is I got to make sure I got your name right. I was saying Sluter the whole race. Am I close?
Oh yeah, here you got it correct, 100%.
Excellent. That's always yeah. I can't believe they pay me to do this sometimes because I am the worst with names. So it's always good when I get one right for a change. But hey, man,
Oh no, you're good.
fantastic run out there. You took the lead before the pit stops and then kind of fell back there a little bit. Brandon had something for you guys on that pit stop, and you fell back. What did you have to do to did you just kind of get in and out a little bit, not as well as you'd hoped, or
I mean, I did exactly what I wanted to do. I even was talking to the other guys about how Brandon really killed it on his pit stop because I don't know how he did it.
yeah, you had a fantastic run. You were able to use just about any place on the racetrack. Did you have something a little bit set up different in the truck? Because you were running the top, you were running the bottom. You just went anywhere you wanted to go.
No, just experience here at Auto Club. I ran a lot of races here, so I kind of know where I can run and when to run it and everything like that. So it's just kind of experience.
Well, this is our preseason race. We come back next week for Daytona. We get to Daytona on the super speedways. You just never know what's going to happen. But how you feeling about your season as we get rolling into next Tuesday night?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I mean, I put this together with Tyler, so I'm happy to see that we're getting, some good participation in this preseason race. Hopefully, it transfers over to, I mean, I'm sure it'll transfer over to Daytona, but hopefully we can keep the car count up through the whole season. It'll be pretty cool to have first season as successful as we're hoping it's going to be.
Yeah, I think last I looked, there's what about close to 40 drivers signed up so far.
As of right now, we have 55 invites still sent out to the league. So I know, I mean, of course, not everyone's going to show up, but um, I have a feeling for Daytona, it's going to be a full field of 40 trucks for sure.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. But it's going to be a fun season all the way through the to the end of the year, actually into November, but also the Cup Series as well. But hey, man, just I want to thank you for having us here. I'm really looking forward to the season, and I love the super speedway stuff. So Daytona is going to be fun next week for sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you stepping up and doing this broadcast for us. It's really awesome to, um, get this league broadcasted. And a huge thank you to Viking for, getting the broadcasting deal worked out for us.
Well, before we let you go, man, I know we got to. I'm sure you got some busy races going on this weekend. But is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to before you get off?
Just my admin team, Tyler and Nico. I mean, like I said, this has been a work in progress since the end of last year. And it's cool to see it finally coming together, and I'm really excited to get Daytona underway.
All right, man. Well, good luck with everybody else you got going on, and we will see you next Tuesday night. Congrats on the win tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get our second place driver. Hey, Brandon, are you there, buddy?
Yep.
All right, Chris Murphy up in the booth. Hey, man, fantastic run there. You really had him killed there on the pit stop. What are you just that good getting it out of the pits, or did you do something a little different?
No, kind of pit stops have been something I've been working on lately. I've been beat there before, so it's one area that you can definitely make up a lot of time, and so I took a little bit extra fuel just in case, and made sure I had the tires, and yeah, just hit my marks.
Well, you did a great job there towards the end. You had the lead there for quite a while, but unfortunately, David kind of ran you down there. Is there anything you could have done a little bit different to keep him behind you?
No, I knew that was going to be tough. There was, I think, 4 or 5 of them lined up there, so they were kind of drafting and pushing each other, and I was on an island by myself at that point. So I knew it was coming and that it would happen eventually. I was just trying to save myself a little bit of tire for when it did happen, and then one they got to me. I unfortunately just caught the edge of the apron and gave up a little bit more time than I wanted to, but um, yeah, I think a few more laps and it could have been a little interesting there between David and I. Lap traffic definitely came into play.
Yeah, you did a good job using that lap traffic there. That last couple of laps, drafting behind those lap cars to get a little momentum there up on David. Anything you could have done a little bit different there at that time to maybe have a little bit a better shot getting past him?
I maybe been a little more aggressive when him and one of the lappers were side by side down the front stretch, but at this point in the game, I'm not going to send it on somebody and cause issues going for the win. It's not to me, it's not worth it. I'd rather have a good finish than put both of us in the pits wrecked. So
Yeah, it was a fantastic race to watch out there. This is the best part for me is I get to sit up here and do this, and I get to watch some great racing. You guys put on one heck of a show. We're looking forward to the season. It's just a preseason race too, but Auto Club always puts on some great races. But I know we get to Daytona next week. How you feeling about your shot there?
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be we got to get into the show first. If we've got enough guys show up, it's gonna be getting in on time first of all, and then from there, I think I've got a pretty good shot. I've got some good teammates that if I can get linked up with them, I think we can put on a good show.
Well, you guys put on a heck of a show tonight. Hey, man, but before we let you go, is there anybody you want to give a thanks to?
Yeah, I think the just the guys over at Old Guys Racing League, and they're jumped over here with me to run with these guys, and always a good group of guys to bounce ideas off of and strategy, and we've all improved running together, so I think we're gonna do the same here. So looking forward to it.
Well, congrats on a good run tonight. Excuse me. We look forward to seeing you for the rest of the season, and good luck with whatever else you got going on for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So that is going to be the end of our interviews. We'll take a look here one more time at our a quick look at our top 10. It's going to be David Sluter with the win, Brandon Cal, Everett Larson, Rick Modrick, Nathan Nixon, Victor Keith, Brady Zoller, J.D. Biddle with a nice run all the way to 8th, Paul Boomershine, and Bryce Dickman. That is going to be our top 10 here at Auto Club. We'll take a look at the schedule one more time coming up. Like we said, we come back next week. First race of the points season at Daytona on February 10th, Echo Park in Chicago on the 17th, and we're at St. Petersburg on the 24th. And then Darlington March 17th. So as you can see, this series is going to follow the Craftsman Truck Series throughout the season. We will be here with you all season long here at DRSN. Really appreciate you being here with us tonight. Appreciate your activity in the chat. Give us a subscribe out there. We will be back. See, we're back on. Let's take a look at that real quick. The DRSN upcoming schedule, which I messed up a little bit. But we'll be back on Thursday night at 11 Eastern for the Western Racing League Cup Series at Homestead. Then we come back on the 10th for the opening race that we just showed you here at Daytona for the Craftsman Trucks. Then on the 11th is actually supposed to be the Aces Up Sim Sports season finale at Knoxville for the 360 Sprints. We're old dirt racers, so we like to cover some dirt races when we can. Then we come back on the 12th for another Cup Series. The 17th will be the second race of the Truck Series here for Western Racing League at Echo Park. Variety Pack Racing season. It's another league we're covering on Thursday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern on the 19th at Atlanta. And then also, it's not included on the schedule. We will be covering the Variety Pack. They're calling it the VPR 500. One of the many Daytona 500 races that are ran throughout the season here this part of the year. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here for tonight. Thanks for being here with us. Really appreciate it. Once again, my name is Chris Murphy with DRSN. If you are looking to get your league covered, your special events covered, reach out to us. We've got a good crew of commentators and production managers here at DRSN. We can cover everything from street stocks to NASCAR to dirt races to endurance races to GT4. You got it. We can cover it. So once again, appreciate you being here with us. Until next Thursday night, we will see you then. And I got to work on my outro a little bit. But have a good night. We'll see you on Thursday.